Hey there! So, you're interested in devlogs, hmm? Well, I have one of those. I'm here making a little game. A little big, it's whatever size. But I thought I would make some devlogs to, offer people to come along for the journey and keep myself accountable. So, what game is being made? Well, I'm glad you asked. It is an RTS I'm working on based in a fantasy setting called Holos, and the game itself titled Holos Isles of War. Many of the elements of this game, story, and design mentalities come from me building the world for a TTRPG setting with my friends over the last several years. I decided to really expand upon it and change it up a bit to make it into something I can put out there in a more completed medium. So, with some of the background out of the way, the setting itself is Holos, and the specific location in Holos this will be taking place is the Isles of Akasha, that are at war. Isles at war, if you will. Much of the world has already been built in previous years through play. I do hope to have a strong narrative conveyed through the story. There will be some focus on campaign and some focus on multiplayer aspects, because multiplayer will be an easy process that I will enjoy. So, the story on its own. Just to give a quick overview, and it's something I'll try not to focus too heavily on in devlogs, so that if you decide to get it, you'll get to actually experience it. But some elements of it are kind of intrinsic to the game's mechanics, so we'll touch on those. There are 3 factions. There is the Kingdom of Man, the Tirguis Empire, and the Crime Lords of the North. So, each of these 3 factions, again within their own category, have 3 leaders. Each of these able to be played as a hero unit to take strategic control on the battlefield. The hero characters, I'll kind of wait to get into the specifics on them in later devlogs, because their implementation is very light, and even concept art isn't fully finished on them. So I will leave that to be explored. So, with the concept out of the way, who am I to be making this game? And beyond the interest you have garnered watching the beginning, why be interested? Well, why be interested? Watch Devlog 2, there will be more. Who am I, though? I have just finished school, focusing on doing this, so I want to do more of this. I have some projects under my belt, worked on a game engine, and game on that in my senior year, and after a small break, have decided to really dive into working on my own project that is a little less rushed. And as I work on it, and hopefully people enjoy seeing the development and are interested, I can perhaps get ideas from more people, because as much as I enjoy putting my own ideas to code, I also enjoy hearing what other people have to say. And also, I'm a solo dev, so I don't have as many outside voices poking in on this. But with some of that out of the way, let's look at where the game is now. So, I have put a little bit of work into this going before the first devlog, so there would be something to log of dev. If you look here, the UI is roughed out. This is roughly where I'm wanting it to be, just laid out wise, but we'll see about that. Visually, it's going to change a lot, and that's going to be a running theme. A lot of the visuals are not in their final state. Much of this is very early stages to make sure that I have the mechanics down, so that adding the visual elements will be a smoother process. Don't want to focus too much on something that I don't have support for yet, so just gonna have to see on that. Mechanics currently, there's some rudimentary AI. They are able to do a few things, but again, just mechanics not fully implemented. He's able to build some units, build some buildings, but he can't do anything with them. But You, the player, are currently able to place several buildings. The resource management system is foundationally implemented, but I need to balance all of these numbers. There's so many numbers. But that will all come in time. And to say there is a lot more behind the scenes on all of this, but this is what is visible so far. So, as I said, game so far, it's coming along. But, plan going forward, I would like to get these devlogs out pretty frequently. Keeping myself accountable means having a schedule of some kind when I can. I don't want to put a devlog out if I don't get work done, but hopefully they keep me getting work done. So, rough release schedule, maybe once a month or ish, give or take a few weeks. If I get more done in a few weeks, might come out faster. Maybe do some shorts in between, I don't know. I don't really do YouTube, so I've not really done much on YouTube before, so I don't know if that's really the right call. I'm gonna just get a lot of feeling out as I go here. But, again, hopefully there's enough each month to at least get a video out, and that's my primary goal. And also in future devlogs, hopefully we get a little less information dumpy and a little more explaining what's happening. Again, I could go over some of the specifics of what I've worked on here, but a lot of it's just been like learning how to implement into Godot as I've come off of making my own game engine and other such, so a little less experienced with Godot. So that's been some process, but I will have more to show in the following months. So if you enjoy, leave a like, follow the project, subscribe, I'll post more. But that's all for this devlog. I hope to see you around, and we'll see where this game goes.